Hey guys, Magic back again, and it's been a while since I did a SplinterForge video, so I've got a couple questions on it recently. So want to go over a lot of SplinterForge. We'll cover the basics and we'll get into some gameplay and some upcoming features in the game, how to improve your hero, how to buy items, how to level items, all that kind of stuff. So in case you guys didn't know, if you're new to SplinterForge, you just go to splinterforge.io. You'll see this title screen here. You can go to the upper right and click log in. So you can, I'll log out just to show you. So you log back in, put in your Hive username, go ahead and log in. That'll bring you to this screen. On the upper right, it will show your stamina. Your stamina max is at 1,000. Each battle will take either 30 or 60 stamina, depending on whether you do 1 or 2 battles at a time. Next to that, you can see the Forgium, which is the currency for SplinterForge, and it'll show your total right here, how much you currently have. The percentage here is the percentage that you will earn for each battle and season reward. It's based on the current market price of Forge. So Forge right now is significantly under peg, so that's the reason why it's 23.47. As they add more burning mechanics to the game, and start to get the price to stabilize a little bit more, then this percentage will go up. And on the left here, you can see a bunch of different icons. The very left is the shop. So let's start there. So if you click on shop, this will show you where you can buy packs, and which are called crates. And you can also buy enhancement bags. Now, alpha crates will contain 5 equipment cards. One is rare or greater. These will be your weapons, your offhand, and your armor. The enhancement bags will be gems and runes that you can put into your equipment to improve your hero. So each crate you can purchase with either DEC or Forge. So of course you're highly recommended to use Forge since it's way under peg. Costs 3,000 Forge, which right now Forgium I think is floating somewhere between 8 or 9 cents per thousand. So you're looking at 24 to 27 cents for a crate. So it doesn't cost a whole lot to buy a few crates and get started. Let's actually buy a couple crates and bags just so I can show you guys. So let's go ahead and let's buy one crate. So it's called an alpha pack. We'll purchase that for 3,000 Forge. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy. So I'll tell you congratulations, now you go to the Forge to open it. But we're also going to buy 1 enhancement bags. Now these contain only 4 items, not 5, 1 guaranteed to be rare or greater. So let's go ahead and buy one of those. So we will have a crate and a bag to open, so I can show you guys what's in those. So after you purchase it, then you will get another announcement saying congratulations. All right, purchase successful. So now we have one of each. So now if you want to open these, it's not found on this screen. It's found on the next screen that says, the next icon up here that says Forge. One thing I want to show you guys too, every time you buy a crate or a bag, it'll show the current amount of each that have been sold and how many are remaining. When the game launched in January, there was 1 million crates and 1 million bags. As you can see, there's only 119,000 crates that have been sold and a little over 41,000 bags. So every 200,000 crates and bags that are sold, we will get an airdrop. The airdrop eligible will show you how many you have currently purchased of each. If you click on the airdrop button, it'll show that once we hit 200,000 crates sold, the item that you will get an airdrop for will be the Elite Iron Helm. This is a legendary piece of equipment. The nice thing about it is it's a helm. There are currently no helms in the game. So we want to get to 200,000 sold so we can start getting another piece of armor for our hero. For every 250 packs you purchase, you're guaranteed one of these cards. These only come in regular foil. The only way to get gold foil versions are through reforging, and we'll get to that later. So right now I've purchased 63 packs, so I'm not guaranteed one. If I can get up to 250, then I'll get a guaranteed helm when we hit 200,000 sold. For the enhancement bags, for that airdrop, that is a glowing Vassal Mastery rune. This is huge because this is going to allow you to play a lot more extra monsters per battle. So this will really help you do a lot more damage against the boss. Currently, right now, I think you're limited to basically what your mana is. I think it's like 6 or 7 monsters per fight. So if you can throw in 5, you're going to have a small army going up against the boss. So this will become available once we hit 200,000 packs sold. We've got a long way to go. So hopefully SplinterForge can start getting a little bit more footing and we can start flying through these packs. Okay, so that's the basics of this screen. So like I said, you want to open your crate and your bag. It says right here under owned, I own one of each. So now we're going to go to the Forge icon. The cool thing too is on the bottom is it has a history, so you can kind of look and see what you've opened in the past. As you can see, this goes all the way back to the beginning. Just to show you guys, I've got kind of lucky in the last couple crates. So if I view the last crate that I opened, it will load the cards, and then I can click reveal all and kind of, you know, remember, oh, what did I get last time I bought a bag. So this is the last pack that I opened. And you can see I got a legendary, so pretty cool. Got an elite wand. And the crate before that, I got a legendary tome. So I've been very lucky in the last couple packs. But let's go ahead and open this crate. Another option that you have, I don't know if you guys know about this, you can transfer crates and bags between accounts. So you could buy crates and bags on one account, ship it on over to a different account. So just another feature you may not be aware of. But let's go ahead and open this crate. It'll contain five items. It'll be just like a pack in Splinterlands. You're guaranteed 5 items. You are guaranteed 1 will be a rare or better. You could get multiples. So, you know, I could get, and right here, I've got 3 cards, so I've got 2 multiples. Now, the cool thing would be if I got multiple rares or multiple epics. A multiple legendary would be extremely rare. So I'm probably going to get 2 of a common, 2 of a common, and a rare, but let's see. So right now there's the rare. So we got 2 commons, so this will probably be 2 more commons. Yep, so that's what you get in a pack, or I should say a crate. So now let's go ahead and open the bag. So the bag will be 4 items. Once again, one of them will be rare. You're hoping, of course, always for epics and legendaries. So we've got 4 items, so no duplicates. So starting with a chipped emerald, so a common that gives you +2 armor. Another common, this you will put in your ranged weapon to give you +1 range damage. There is our rare. So this allows you to play 2 death monsters without a death summoner. And then a common, this allows you to play fire. So the nice thing about the force runes is, let's say for example you're playing the water summoner and a dragon summoner. If you have this equipped on one of your items, you're also able to play death monsters. So that is the purpose of the force runes. Okay, so your next icon up here for cards, this will show you all the cards in your account. On the upper right, the number on the left and the right means not that I have 10 out of 59 total common cards. What it means is 10 of my cards are common out of the 59 different cards I own. So sometimes this could be a little bit confusing as to what these numbers mean. So if I click on this, this will show me the 10 different common cards that I have. The reason it's 10, I have 8 different cards, but I do have multiples. So that's the reason why it has 10. And click on rare, I have 32, total of 32 rare items, which is not just weapons and armor, it also includes runes and gems. Then I have 10 epics, and then I have 7 legendaries. So you can kind of sort by each one. Okay, there are ways to sort through all of your items. You can sort by just equipment only, so it'll just show your equipment. You can show by items that go in sockets, which will be all your runes and gems. You can sort by cards that are foiled, which means these are gold foil items. Gold foil items are only possible through combining cards. And then if you want to look at simply non-foils, you can do that as well. You can also look at the different abilities, you know, all your different runes, all your different buffs for your gems. You can look at slot, like if I just want to look at all the different items I have for my feet, I just have the one. So you can sort by all the different slots on your character. So kind of cool. One of the ways that you can combine cards is if you have multiples, you will see the number here on the upper right. So you can only combine weapons and armor. So say for example, it's like, oh, I've got 3 rare faded emeralds. Can I combine those? No, you cannot combine gems and runes. So there is no option here for combining. For stats, it just shows common gives you +2, rare gives you +4, and so on. But if you go to a weapon like an elite wand, which has a 2, you can go to stats, and now it will show you a level 1, of course, is only 1 card. It gives you 3 magic damage. To get it to level 2, I have to have 3 of this card, and now it'll go to a +5. So it's very similar to Splinterlands, where legendaries go from 1 to 3 cards needed to 6 to 11 to max it out. So very similar. So to combine cards, what you want to do is you want to get the number in the upper right corner to hit it to the next level and then combine them. So say for example for commons, if I wanted to combine commons, I would need 40 of a common. Yes, that's right. Not 5 like in Splinterlands, you need 40 commons to get it to level 2. All of these items, whether it's common up to legendary, will max out at level 4. So it's a little different from Splinterlands where you can have commons that go to level 10. Commons only go to level 4. So let's look at each one. Rares, same way. Whoops, not that. Let's look at a quiver. Same thing, it'll go to level 4. Now where commons took 40 to get to level 2, rares only take 24. So it's a little bit easier to combine your rares up. And one of the reasons I love the rare gold foils is not only does this give you an 8% bonus for forge earnings, but also instead of taking 24 cards to level, it only takes 6. So what I really like doing, especially for a new account, is combining all the commons into rares, getting some of these gold foil rares, and then buying some off of Splex, where you can start leveling these and get these to level 2, especially for the boots. +3 speed is huge. So if you can get your boots and your quiver to level 2, that's going to make a huge difference in how much damage your hero does. So just kind of a tip for what I do is, I'll combine all my commons to rares, go for the gold foils. If I end up getting a ton of rares, it takes 6 rares to combine those to an epic. I'll do that and work my way through that. So, but this is just kind of the screen where you can kind of look at your collection and see what you have. The next icon right here for heroes, this is where you can take a look at your 3 different heroes. So you can sort by your warrior, wizard, and ranger. So if you click on warrior, this will show all the gear that I have on my warrior. Currently in the game, there is no cloak, there is no necklace, there is no helm. So don't worry about these 3 slots being empty. There are no items that you can get currently for those 3 slots. Like I said earlier, once we hit that first airdrop for selling 200,000 crates, then we'll be able to get helms in crates. So the airdrop that you'll get will be legendary, but you will be able to get common, rare, epic, and legendary out of crates from that point forward. So, but we still have a ways to go. I think we've only sold 119,000. But yeah, this is where you can equip gear on your hero. So what you would do is you would click on like hands. This will show all the different items that you could equip. If you don't like the one that you have equipped, you can unequip it. And it'll say unequipped. Then you will click on the hands again. It'll show you everything that you have possible. I have right now a gold foil epic, so we're going to go ahead and just re-equip that. So real easy to swap items in and out. One thing that is also cool, I don't know if you guys know this, you can use the same armor on all 3 heroes. So you don't have to have 3 different sets of gloves, boots, and all that. Unless you're playing the survival mode, and then I think you do have to have 3 different sets of armor. That feature I don't think is live yet, but it will be at some point in the future. So you will need 3 sets of gloves, leggings, boots, and chest piece at some point in the future. So just a heads up. But if you're just starting the game or not, too much into SplinterForge yet, you won't have to worry about hero mode. That's something that's just for the more advanced players, but just so you're aware of it. So that's how you equip items and swap items out. Just click on it, unequip it, put in the one you want. Like right now I have a choice whether I want 2 extra health, for this legendary. I opted not to and go for the gold foil version to get the extra forge, simply because I play the bronze boss, and the bronze boss you are capped at 10 for all your stats. So since my health is already 14, I can't get the benefit of that extra 2 health, so that's why I did that. Okay, so after you get your heroes set up, now you get to the fun point. You get to battle. So when you go on the battle screen, you have the 4 different bosses that you can choose from: the bronze, silver, gold, and diamond boss. This shows you the max level monsters that you can bring to battle. So even if you have a level 10 in common, if he fights against this boss, he's going to be downgraded to level 3. Your hero stats for the bronze boss, like I said, are capped at 10. For the silver boss, they're capped at 15, 25 for the gold boss, and then 50 if you can get anywhere near that for the diamond boss. So each boss will have abilities, 1 or 2. As you can see, the bronze boss, of course, since it's the easiest, only has 1. The silver and the gold have 2, and then the diamond boss has 3. They will keep these abilities until they die, and you can see where their health percentage is and how close they are to dying. Also, each fight, they will get a random rule set. So they will get a random ability. So like this one has Affliction. I don't fight against the Affliction boss, so I will re-roll that. Cost 0.7 Forge. Now it's Void. Now typically I do magic damage, so I'll go ahead and I can re-roll that again. Every time you re-roll, the cost goes up, I believe, 4 times. So it starts at least going by current costs. It goes 0.7 Forge, 1.4, 2.8, and then if I don't like it again and want to re-roll it, this should go up to 4.3. So now it's at Force Field. I'm going to re-roll that. You can re-roll as much as you want. Every time you do, it just costs, a couple Forge. I usually re-roll. If I get to like Retaliate or Thorns, since I usually don't do melee damage, those are fine. So then I will go ahead and click on the boss. This will show my current ranking, where I am based on how much damage I've done. You can go ahead and battle. The leaderboards are right here. You can look at your recent battles, and this will show you the recent battles in real time as far as who's playing right now and how much damage they've done. You can go back to the last 100 battles. You can also look at your personal battles, so you can see how much damage you've done. Same thing, your last 100 battles. So you can see my damage is very consistent because I use the same team, and I will show you that now. So I will go ahead and click battle. The only summoners that I use are Lily and Yasik. You don't have to have these leveled up. You can simply have level 1s. I rented both of these for the season when the new season started, and I think I paid a total of 15 DEC for both of them for the entire season. I think Yasik was like 12 and Lily was like 3. So very cheap to rent these summoners. These are good for any level where you're playing bronze all the way up to diamond. If you own better summoners, you're free to use them. People a lot of times will replace Lily with Kitty for the +2 speed, but these are probably 90% of the time, these are going to be the only summoners that you'll see used in game. Okay, so now it's time to pick monsters. So I've got my summoners. So I can pick as many monsters, I believe, as I want. Oh, 7. So you're capped at 7 monsters. So let's go ahead. I will click on favorites. These are the ones that I've selected. I usually use Runemancer Kai as my tank. She does decent magic damage, and she has the life leech, decent armor and hit points. You do have to put these in a certain order. So you want your tank first. Next I'll put my Swamp Spitter, because he has armor repair and he has a little bit of damage. Next I like doing Spirit Hoarder, because Spirit Hoarder does a little damage, has a little heal. Triage will heal any monster, not just the ones in the back line like Splinterlands. Usually I'll throw in a couple slows. The more you can slow down the boss, the better, because you'll get more attacks in. Love Time Mage, because it's a slow, and even in bronze you're doing 2 magic damage, so that one's huge. Throw in the Crystal Smith for a little damage and a heal. And then that leaves me with 12 mana that I can use. I threw in Ra for 3 damage is multiplied by 1.5. So I'm really doing 4 damage, and then I'm doing the double strike. So that's my team. I will go ahead and click Battle 2. And just to show you how quickly you guys can do your battles. I'll say skip to rewards. It'll say, oh, you did 2,500 damage. I'll battle again. Thorns, great rule set, battle. Once it loads the screen, I'll click on my two summoners, Lily and Yasik. Click on those, scroll up, have them on my favorites, do the same order. All 7, battle times 2. We'll go through it again. So you can do this very quickly. As you can see, the damage is very consistent based on certain rule sets. If I get a rule set I don't like, I will reset it. But, you know, there's some people that are like, oh, you can't play your battles that fast. Yeah, you can do it really fast. I mean, once you get comfortable with it, the hardest part is just, you know, getting the gear on your heroes, getting your heroes set up, learning what monsters to do, getting some runes to add to your mana cap so you're comfortable with the damage that you can do. Yep, almost 2,500 again. Death Blow is another one that is no problem. Yep, Lily Yasik. I wish you could add your summoners to a favorite too. That would be nice. I might suggest that to the devs. But yeah, the favorites save so much time. Another battle times 2. So we're going to go through these pretty quickly. I've got another, looks like 12 battles to do. Now if I get one with return fire, if I use that, I'd probably still do about 2,000 damage, but I want to get as high on the leaderboards as I can. So it's worth it to refresh a couple times. Usually you don't have to refresh the abilities very often. It usually goes pretty quickly. You know, you'll get one that you want. Occasionally there's some times where you have to do 5, 6, 7 times. It's up to you if you want to do that or just waste 30 mana and just get rid of it and start over. Yep, getting lucky, retaliate. I don't have anything that does melee damage, so retaliate will not affect me at all. Let's go ahead, knock these out. As you can see, it goes real quick. So I have 2 accounts that I use on this. I also have this for my $10 account and do the same thing, and I'll use that to convert the Forge into DEC to help fund my account so I can purchase some cards on Splinterlands. So let's do Lily Yasik. And it didn't take me very long to get this account to where it is. And like I said, I'm only playing bronze. You know, there's people out there, shout out Stever and Bebe. You guys have a lot higher cards than I do, a lot better collections. So you'll be able to use a lot of higher level cards. You'll be able to play against the gold and diamond bosses and earn way more Forge than I am. So even though the Forge token isn't worth a whole lot, this is basically free DEC. You know, you're just going to convert it right on over. Or reinvest it, you know, go ahead. You know, if you guys can win 3, 4, 5,000 Forge, you know, or more, I think in the higher levels you're probably going to win 10, 15, 18,000 Forge. Go ahead and use it and buy some more crates. Let's support this game. You know, let's get these crates and packs sold so that we can get to the airdrops and then everybody can get better cards. So, you know, another thing you can do is just like reinvest. Maybe take some of it out, you know, and convert it to DEC if you need DEC for land or just to play the game or purchase cards like I do. And then just take the other half and buy some crates. Or I'll show you in a minute once I'm done with these battles how you can use the marketplace to help build your account as well. But yeah, you can see the damage is very consistent. I'm doing very close to 2,500 or 2,500 damage, you know, every fight. Force Field, I don't like. Death Blow is fine. So go ahead and knock it out. Looks like we've got 7 more battles to do. And then once your stamina is down to under 60, you're good. You're good for another 12 or 16 hours before your stamina will refill. If you are at 0, it'll take a little over 16 hours for your stamina to completely refill. I like to keep playing so my stamina never hits 1,000, so I can get the most battles in as possible to get as high on the leaderboard as possible. And I'll usually get, you know, several, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 Forge after every boss. The bosses usually live, depending on how tough they are, like True Strike is really not that bad. He's down to 21%. As you can see right here, it tells you on the top when he's spawned. So he just spawned yesterday, and he's probably going to be dead late tonight or maybe middle of the night. So less than 48 hours, this boss will be gone. Another one will respawn a couple hours later, and we'll start all over again. The one thing I wish they had is it shows the current leaderboard, but like if the boss were to die in the middle of the night and I didn't see what position I ended up in, there's no way to see. I'll be able to check my history to see how much forge I earned against that boss, but there's no way to see like what, where did I end up? Did I end up in number 10, number 20? So that's a feature I wish they would add, but just a minor thing. So we'll finish these last couple battles. And then let's see, what else can I go over? I can give you guys a little bit of a preview of survival mode. Might do that. So it looks like I got 4 more battles to do, and then we are done. I think the battles are timed at 30 seconds, so you can do one every 30 seconds. So if you've got 10 battles to do, 5 minutes. You got 12 battles to do, 6 minutes, once you get to this point. So it goes pretty quick, as you guys can see. Might just end it here. I won't get it all the way down to 0. I don't want to make this super long. It's already over 25 minutes. But yeah, had a lot of people asking about SplinterForge. I love it. I mean, is it the most exciting game in the world? No. But you have to remember, this is not a finished game. This is like Splinterlands. It's a process. The graphics are going to get better. They're going to add more features. They're adding, more modes. Okay, so here is survival mode. So let's click on that so I can show you that. So basically what this is it's a way you can play against mini bosses, and the farthest you get against the mini bosses, the more that you can earn. So I am going to reset now. This is the last time that I played against the boss. I made it up to boss number 10, and then I lost all my monsters. So, and then it shows how much I earned. So I burned 870 forge. I earned 3,186 experience, that much electrum, and then I got 2 new resources that will be used when hero mode goes live, fragments and essences. So let's go ahead, let's reset it now. Okay, so it says due to Earth and Dragon not being unavailable, you can choose one of the splinters to be available to choose from. Let's do Earth. I'm going to play against Bronze. I'm going to select all 3 of my heroes. Okay, so now what you do is you can select up to 30 cards to bring with you into the fight. You can sort by the damage type, you can sort by the mana. Actually, I don't know if I want to go into this. This is going to make this really long. But what you do is you just go ahead, pick any 30 monsters that you want. Recommended ones would be ones with shield, ones that have life leech to heal themselves. Because if monsters get damaged, let's say you kill the first mini boss, but some of your monsters got damaged, that damage will carry over to the next fight. So you want to have a lot of monsters that have heal or any monsters that have life leech. You're also going to want to have armor. You're going to want to have taunt, those kind of things. So this is something that you guys can look forward to in another video. I've done a video in the past on survival mode. But yeah, I don't want to go into it too much now because it would just make this video way too long. But this is a way that you can burn some forge, and you can, earn some electrum and the other items for increasing your account at a later date. Let's see. So we've got 6,000 forge. Let's go ahead. Let's buy another crate. See what we get. If I can get enough to reforge, I want to show you guys that too, because that is probably one of the most important and cool parts of SplinterForge, is being able to take like cards that you don't want and you can combine them into a higher level one. I really wish we could do that in Splinterlands. How cool would it be to burn 4 of your commons, burn some DEC, and it turns into a random rare? That would be cool. I'm hoping that somehow they can do something like that when they do the next card burning. Okay, so let's open a crate. They want to burn cards. Everybody will buy all the cheap common cards. Let's burn them all and convert them into rares. Then people can burn the rares and end up getting epics. Okay, so we're starting with boots. That's great. A tome. Okay, so I'm going to have enough commons that I'm going to be able to Reforge. So this is your typical pack. This is what you're going to get about 80% of the time. You're going to get 4 commons and a rare. Now what you can do is you can go to the Forge tab and not only open packs like we just did, you can also click on Reforge. So this is for your weapons and armor. So what it'll do is it will list all of your commons right here, and for every 4 commons you can turn them into a rare, and it's going to cost you 150 forge. And then you have a 10% chance of that gold card, or of that card turning into gold. And then it shows you the percentages. So a rare would be 8%, epic is 12, and a legendary is 16. So it says I can do that twice. So I have 4 commons, and then I have another 4 commons. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to burn basically 8 of these commons, and we're going to get 2 rares. And that will cost me a total of 300 forge. And we're just hoping for a gold. Only a 10% chance, so odds are I'm not going to get one. But I will be burnt. Oh, that's unusual. Okay, I can almost guarantee this isn't gold. So I got 2 of the same rare. So I got 2 hauberks. But that's a way you can slowly upgrade your gear. So you just get rid of all your commons, you upgrade it to rare. Okay, so now I have enough rares. Now it takes 6 rares to turn into an epic. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now what you can do is if there's certain ones that you don't want to burn, like if you say for example it's like, hey, I don't want to burn my quivers, you can uncheck the quiver and check something else. So if there's certain gear that you want to keep, you can do it that way as well. Once you're happy with what you have, it's like, yep, I'm going to burn these 6, reforge. It's going to cost you 500 forge to go from a rare to an epic. So that's what I'm slowly trying to do too, is just get everything epic or higher. So now we have an epic and we have an epic sword. So didn't get lucky with the gold foils, but that's okay. And then when we get to epic, now it takes 8. So currently I have 5. If I can get 3 more epics, I could combine that with 20 or burn those along with 2,500 forge to get a legendary. So that's kind of a cool thing that you can do. Like I said, get rid of the lower level cards and just move them on up to legendary. If you manage to get legendary, there is a special set called Narder set. These are only available through reforging. It costs you 2 legendaries and 15,000 forge, and you'll get a random legendary. And you only have a percentage chance of it being one of those Narder set items. So you could burn, let's say, I could burn a tome and a bow and 15,000 forge, I could end up getting a bow back, which means I just burn that other card and that 15,000 forge for nothing. But like I said, you're hoping to get one of those Narder pieces, and as rare as those are, on top of that, there's only a 10% chance that that's gold. So these things are the best of the best, but of course they're super expensive and super hard to get. So let's see, lastly, what do I need to go over? I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. So we've gone through the bosses, we've gone through buying cards, we've gone through combining cards, touched a little bit on survival mode. I think that might be it. So I think I covered pretty much all that you need to know of SplinterForge from beginning to end. Like I said, I like playing it. It's a fun game. It goes real quick. Their earnings are not as good as they were months ago, of course, as the Forge price has gone lower and lower. But with that being said, it's a great time. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Like I said, 25 cents, let's say, 25, 30 cents per crate. Not too bad, you know, for $3, less than $3, you can pick up 10 crates and get started building your hero. So, okay guys, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope that answers a lot of the questions that you had about SplinterForge, about equipping your hero, how to get started, how to combine items. If there's anything that I missed, please leave that in the comments below, and I will probably just answer it rather than making another video, because I think this pretty much covered everything. So thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay the course, keep on splinter forging, and have fun. See you soon, guys.